So just showing that you guys are all present here. I'll go ahead and share my screen. Okay, can you guys see that okay? Okay. Perfect. And we will get started here. And I'm gonna go ahead and mute you guys just so that there is not any background noise. Okay. So for today's presentation, it is a persuasive speech on why owning a pet is beneficial. My name is Caitlin Rumer, for those that don't know. So what makes me a credible speaker on this topic? Well, let's start. Before I get started on that, I just want to say that you guys might recognize some of these photos throughout the presentation. So what I did was, rather than going on Google and stealing people's pictures, I creeped on your guys' Facebook. Since they are a public platform, I did not need your permission, so I just went ahead and took them, so you might recognize some of your own photos. So what makes me a credible speaker on this topic is that I have been a pet owner for my entire life, and the vast majority of my friends and family members own pets as well. I have owned a wide variety of pets as well as fostered pets in need. And I have personally experienced as well as witnessed the multitude of benefits that come from owning a pet. So for today's agenda, the three main topics that we will be talking about are social and emotional support, physical and mental health, and how pets can teach responsibility along with life skills and lessons. So before we get moving any further, I wanted to ask some questions. So by a show of hands, how many of you have ever owned a pet? Okay. And by a show of hands, how many of you would say that you have experienced social, emotional, physical, or mental health benefits from owning a pet? And by a show of hands, how many of you would say that your pets or pet have taught you responsibility along with life skills and lessons? All right. So the majority of you answered yes to those questions. So we will go ahead and get moving forward here for those that did not answer yes, to see if we can persuade you on why pets are beneficial. All right, so now that I have introduced you to the topic, I'm going to tell you about the benefits that come along with owning a pet. So the first one is how pets can provide social and emotional support. So we'll start with how pets can provide social support. So studies have shown that our pets can offer us the same benefits that human social support does. And that is according to a study conducted by Allen in 2002. Pets can also create human friendships Pets can also help humans create friendships throughout facilitating social interactions and bonding amongst others with similar interests. So as you can see, like in these images here, we have my sister and her coworker and this big dog. Colson calls it the big effing dog. And you know, if you see a pet and you like that certain pet, you're going to be drawn to socially interact with that person. And I'm not sure if this is Aunt Tina or Cousin Tori with the chicken on their lap, driving with the chicken on their lap. Of course, if you see somebody, you pull up at a light, you're going to be like, hey, can I bite your chicken? Or, you know, it's going to create that conversation starter with that person. All right, so pets can provide emotional support. And there are several ways that they can do that. They can provide company and comfort, social interaction, social skills and a sense of belonging, structure and balance, a sense of achievement, and fun and enjoyment. All right. According to a 2020 study presented by Ratchin and his colleagues, 87% of people indicated that their animal was helping them to cope emotionally during the pandemic, while 91% reported that their pets were a significant source of emotional support, and 94% said that their animal had a positive effect on their family. Now that I've told you about how pets can provide social and emotional support, I'm going to tell you about how pets can improve physical and mental health. So pets can improve physical health. Pets can improve physical health through regular exercise, even when it doesn't seem like it's exercise. This can include walking a dog, riding a horse, or playing with a pet, which can all improve the quality of sleep. Pet owners also may be focusing on the health benefits for the animal, such as walking an obese dog, but the owners are reaping the benefits as well. In a 2002 study, Casciotti and other researchers measured changes in heart rate and blood pressure among people who had a cat or dog compared to those who did not. When participants were under stress performing a timed math task, people with a dog or cat had lower resting heart rates and blood pressure measures at the beginning of the experiment than that of non-pet owners. People with a dog or cat may also be less likely to have spikes in heart rates and blood pressure while performing the math task, and their heart rates and blood pressure returned to normal more quickly. This study was conducted with pet owners when the pets were present and also when they were not present. Pet owners had better cardiac responses in either situation, and either when the pets were present or not. They also made fewer errors in their math when their pets were present in the room. All these findings indicated that having a cat or dog lowered the risk of heart disease, as well as lowering stress so that performance improved. And how pets can improve mental health. Information presented by the Human-Animal Bond Research Institute of 2020 showed that 74% of pet owners reported mental health improvements from pet ownership. And that included petting, playing with, or even just maintaining eye contact with pets, releases oxytocin in the brain, which in turn lowers stress levels in the body. Now that I have told you about how pets can improve physical and mental health, I'm going to tell you about how owning pets can teach responsibility along with life lessons and skills. All right, so owning pets can teach responsibility. Pets can teach responsibility to people of all ages. Pets can teach individuals that they are responsible for their pets' essential needs, such as taking them to the bathroom, providing exercise, cleaning up after them, and providing food and water. A study conducted by Wilecki 2023 shared an article to Harvard Magazine that stated research with elderly widows and widowers found that pet ownership instilled necessary routine and responsibility into their days. Pets provided a powerful sense of purpose, a routine, and a responsibility to care for another living creature, Mueller said, that can provide a driving force for someone getting out of bed in the morning. All right, and next is how owning pets can teach life skills and lessons. Pets can teach children and adults alike valuable life lessons such as responsibility, trust, compassion, patience, love, loyalty, and respect for life and loss of life. Growing up and having pets from essentially birth to now, I can say that I have learned how to be responsible in providing to care for my pets, learn how to trust them and them to trust me, have compassion for when they are hurt, have patience for when they make mistakes, and show and receive unconditional love and loyalty until the very end. The end of a pet's life also teaches us to have respect for life and appreciate the memories and life lessons you were able to experience. All right. And another great benefit to owning a pet is that there is a pet essentially for everybody. So depending on what you're looking for, there's a pet that can suit your life needs. I know some people will say like, I just don't have the time for like a dog. You know, I'm not always home. There is a pet for everybody. And so if there's constraints with time, money, space, size, allergies, whatever it is. So these next couple slides, again, you might recognize some of the images as to the different pet choices that are available. So the first category is rodents, such as hamsters and guinea pigs. Again, they can kind of fend for themselves. You can give them their food and treats and whatever and kind of go about your life without having to spend so much time. And similarly with reptiles, such as turtles, snakes, and lizards, and fish. Mammals such as cats, dogs, and goats. And yes, that is Lynxie hiding inside of a bag. And many other options, all the creepy crawlies that nobody likes, especially Wesley with his fear of spiders. All right. So now that I've told you about how owning pets can teach responsibility along with life skills and lessons and the various choices of pets to choose from, I'm going to review and conclude the information I have presented on the benefits that come from owning a pet. So today we reviewed why owning a pet is beneficial. Owning a pet has been shown to provide social and emotional support, improve mental and physical health, and teach responsibility along with life skills and lessons. Regardless of age, race, gender, or sexual orientation, pets do not discriminate. Owning a pet can create a world of difference for all individuals, providing unconditional love to aiding them with life-saving measures. And if you had not made the leap to pursue pet ownership yet, what are the chances that you will consider it now, knowing the numerous benefits? And those are my references that I utilized in this speech. So that is it, you guys.